to a passenger, put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
And we'd like to welcome you to coverage of Game 2. Peak Prospects falling to Jefferson City 1-0 in 7 innings in Game 1 today. As we take a look at this footage here of the downtown Indianola Square from earlier today. That's a new courthouse that they built in the downtown square. And again, your final score of Game 1 was 1-0. Can you just... Game 2, 7:39 p.m., first pitch. So the count is 1-1. We welcome those of you listening both on Mixlr and watching on our YouTube stream. And the good news is our phone is showing no signs of overheating at this time, which was part of our issues last time around. Will Johnson on the mound. Breaking ball outside, 2-2 is the count here in the top of the first. Low, 3-2 count. Outside, ball 4. The runner advances to first for Jefferson City. So runner on first, top of the first, no outs, tied at 0. Second batter due up here for the Renegades, who make the trip from the state capital of Missouri near the foothills of the Ozarks. Catches the outside there from Johnson, wearing jersey number 9, his first start of the year. Coach Willis was very excited to see him make his first appearance on this turf mound and of the season for the Peak Prospects. Swing, popped up into the sky and heading towards shallow left. And there the catch is made for out number 1 with a runner on first. First pitch called 0-1. Oh, and 2 off the call. Swing and a light foul tip over to the right side. Runner goes. This is Luke Matashik, the center fielder, with the stolen base at second. Count is 0-2. Caden Williams is the one who just popped out moments ago. And Aiden Bauman, the right fielder, is at the plate. Tied at 0. In correction, Aiden Bauman's actually done. It's Nate McHugh at the plate. He's the catcher. This pitch catches the corner on a 1-0 count, 1-1. Here's a swing, lifted up high right, foul ball. McHugh from Iowa Western Community College. Hometown is Aurora, Colorado. Again, Will Johnson is your starting pitcher. He is throwing to Noah Cook. Welcome back to the Des Moines Peak Prospects. His 5th year with this program. 1-0 count. Here from Johnson, Nate McHugh. Kicks, fires. Noah Cook from Urbandale. Again, he's starting behind the dish. We'll talk more about him when he bats coming up in the bottom of the inning. McHugh, the catcher, 2 away, runner on second. He swings a bouncing ball to the shortstop, and the throw is complete. First baseman John Doty comes up with it. And for the Jefferson Renegades in the top of the first, no hits, 1 walk, 1 runner left on base. And your score is 0-0 as we go into the bottom of the first.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on...
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
That's the downtown Des Moines skyline that you see coming into your screen. The view from McRae Park, just south of downtown. So again, Glenn Kruger is your pitcher on the mound for the Renegades. Carter Thomas is the leadoff batter for the second game in a row. The bottom of the first, scoreless here in Indianola, home of the National Balloon Classic, and also home of the Des Moines Metro Opera. And starting this year, the home for the Des Moines Peak Prospects here at Simpson College, the turf infield. Now batting, number 29, Carter Thomas. Thomas by way of Wayne State College. He's the center fielder for the second game in a row. Let's see what he can do here. Left-handed batter at the plate for the Peak Prospects. Game tied at 0. Inside on the opening pitch there from Kruger. And it's 1-0. And again, we welcome our listeners on Mixler. And here's a fly ball right field, not deep enough, and the catch is made there On the play by Aiden Bauman. Cade Gravengood, the shortstop. And folks, if you don't know, I am doing PA today as well, so that's why I randomly stop and announce the player's name. Eric Evans will be here on Saturday, or Eric Verhelst, pardon me, will be here on Saturday to provide the public address. This one's popped up, foul out of play behind. Heads up. Well, didn't look like it. Went into harm's way. 0-2, the count, one away. Game tied at 0, bottom of the first. Gravengood, DH last time around, now playing it short. Swings and misses on the 0-2. That's 2 away. So here comes Bubba Thompson to the plate. The designated hitter, Bubba Thompson. Right-handed batter from Hortonville, Wisconsin. Not too far from Appleton. Plays at Clark University. He started his career at Division I Southern in Baton Rouge. He looks at a low pitch near the outside for strike one. So 2 outs, tied at 0, bottom of the first in the 7-inning part 2 of our doubleheader. Pitch from Kruger is swung on high up in the zone, fouled back. Here comes the 0-2, swung on, fouled away. So 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swings and lifts it to left on a liner. That's going right to the left fielder. Catch is made. 3 up, 3 down. Big prospects. Use 3. Can't get anybody on. And that takes us to the top of the second, tied at 0 here in Indianola.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Glad you're with us today on the Pink Prospects Network, Mixler, and YouTube. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Longnecker Financial Services, an independent investment management firm located in Des Moines offering comprehensive financial services. Joe has been serving individuals and families for over 20 years and would like the opportunity to earn your business. Call us today, 515-309-4431. Thank you, and enjoy the game. So, top of the second, heading your way. First baseman Charlie Rogan is up at the plate. The number 5 batter. And the first pitch from Will Johnson brings up a 1-0 count. Pink Prospects hit the road. They play at Clarinda on Wednesday. At Jeff City, the team they're playing right now, to return the favor for a doubleheader on Friday, before hosting their next home game at 5 p.m. against the Carroll Merchants, whom they've already played against once this year. That pitch was low, count as 2-0. The link to our live stream is on our social media channels, as this one's popped up in a shallow center field, and coming up underneath it is nobody. And he's going to try and throw out the runner. Ball got away, and runner's going to go and stay at second. Will be scored a hit. So top of the second. Tied at 0, runner on second for Jeff City. That pitch clips the outside. As at the plate for the Renegades, following Charlie Rogan, it's Justin Rivera, who's the third baseman, did not play in game 1. And strike 2 is called, a quick 0-2 count here against Rivera. Outside, 1-2. One and two, swung on, sent to center field. That's shallow center field, bouncing in front of Carter Thomas. Rogan will stay put at second. Justin Rivera advances on the single. Brings up the left fielder, Cam Durnan. Durnan from Wichita State by way of Camdenton, Missouri. Right-handed batter at the plate, tied at 0. Runner goes, wild pitch. And Luke Matshiner will advance to third. Rogan to second. So correction, Rogan's actually on third. My apologies. Rivera's on second off the wild pitch and the single. Durnan at the plate, no outs. I was looking at the wrong part of my scorecard there. Durnan looks, called strike 1, or strike 2, pardon me, 2-2. And again, Will Johnson is your starter there, up on the mound for Des Moines. You're in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. Durnan is retired on strikes. Designated hitter Chase Hayner. Moberly Area Community College, native of New London, Missouri. And gets a call against Will Johnson, the pitcher, for strike 1. One and one the count. The pitch is outside. Tied at 0. Runners on second and third right now for Jeff City. 1-1 the count, 1 away. Rogan is on third, Rivera's on second. Hayner, the number 8 batter, and the DH is at the plate. Swings, shoots it to deep center field. Thomas is having to go back, and it's over his head. 2 runs will score. Rogan's going to go home. He's going to be followed by Rivera. No chance of a throw, 2-0 Renegades. Rogan and Rivera score off the RBI from Hainer. To the plate, the shortstop, Dane Gray. So Hainer drives in a pair of runs off the RBI. Dane Gray, the right-handed batter, to the plate. 2-0 Jefferson City here in the top of the second. They won the first game 1-0. A called strike here against Will Johnson. Swing, short hit, bouncing ball. Third baseman, the throw is in time. So that's the third baseman, Blake Anderson, who's wearing 2 instead of 35 today. And he completes the throw to John Doty. And Dane Gray is retired. And Hainer remains on second. Back to the top of the order, Luke Matchner. He's the center fielder. Stranded on third, back in the top of the first. 2-0 Jeff City, 2 away, top of the second. Johnson starts out with a 1-0 count here against Matchner. Matchner from Drury University, hometown is St. Peter's. Swings and drives it into right of center field. That'll go down for a base hit. Hainer rounds and will go home and score. 3-0 ball game. RBI double for Matchner. Hainer scores. The second baseman, Caden Williams, to the plate. 3-0 Jefferson City. These teams played a doubleheader last year in Jeff City and split it. Des Moines won the first one, lost the second. Caden Williams, the second baseman, second plate appearance. Popped out to the left fielder, left-hander at the plate. Here's the pitch, and Williams looks at a strike, 0-1. "78 degrees and humid here in Indianola. Happy summer. Swing, lifted up, shallow left. This may not even make it out of the infield. And that is caught at the shortstop position for the out. Finally, the Peak Prospects get a much-needed out, but they give up 3 runs to Jeff City. And we go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Jeff City.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays? The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Here's a close-up look at the turf infield. That video taken earlier today. As we go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Jeff City. To the plate for the Peak Prospects is John Doty. First baseman John Doty at the plate. So Jeff City scoring 3 in the top of the second inning. Doty from Nyack, North Iowa Area Community College, now a 2-0 count on him. So again, 3-0. Jeff City. For those of you listening on Mixlr, if you don't have the link for YouTube and would like to watch, the stream is much more stable this time around. I'm going to put a link in the live chat in case you're interested in watching. No worries if not. Has the same audio as the radio stream that is now live and in the chat for those of you who are interested in checking out the YouTube stream. 3-0 walk here against Doty. He's on first. And for the Peak Prospects, that'll bring up the catcher, Noah Cook. Beginning his 5th season with this program. After Doty walks, Des Moines down 3-0, no outs, bottom of the second. Cook from Urbandale played JUCO for a little bit. He spent the last couple of years at Southern Illinois. And a 1-0 count here against Cook. So Cook playing catcher, and the first time we have not seen Isaac Short behind the dish this year. He started 8 games, the first 8 games of the season. The Prospects 4-3 record. Jeff City 2-5. There's a called strike. Count is 1-1 against Cook. Jackson Brooks, the right fielder, is due up after Cook. Doty's over on first. Des Moines down 3-0. Runner goes, that's Doty taking off. The throw is high, caught on the jump, and Doty safe off the attempted tag. So Doty gets the stolen base. This Peak Prospects team continues its aggressive base running. Count is 1-2 here on Cook in his first at-bat since the playoff game against Clarinda last season. Checks his swing, low and away. Did he go? The appeal to the umpire at second base says no. It's 2 umpire crew today. So a 2-2 count with a runner now on second for Des Moines. That's Doty. Here's the pitch. Doty make that. Cook swings and lines it to right field. Doty rounding third and will jog his way home. 3-1 ball game. Welcome back, Noah Cook, for his 5th season with the Peak Prospects. Doty scores. Right fielder Jackson Brooks to the plate. So Cook gets the RBI double to make it a 3-1 game. Here in the bottom of the second, no outs and a runner on second. Here's the first pitch. Brooks looks, goes to the outside. Count is 0-1 to start the at-bat. Brooks, freshman, by way of Mesa Community College in Arizona. He's from Minneapolis, Iowa. 0-1. Cook on second. And is away. 1-1. We're here at this turf infield, McBride Field, new addition coming into the spring 2023 season for Simpson College. A kick, low and away, 2-1. Reliever Mike Bonner is up here running walk-up songs, and he agrees it's a beautiful field. Even though he plays for Coe College, ARC foe, same conference as Simpson. Count is 2-1 here against Brooks. Clips the downstairs right corner, 2-2. Hey, Mike, you didn't. You said you didn't pitch here, right? You did not pitch here. That's right. Could have. You were one of the options. Okay. Yeah, I've got a third microphone I could hook up. We could bring you on this broadcast, you know. Is that okay? Okay, we won't do that to you. Not yet, at least. Swing ground ball right up the middle. Cook is stranded between the bases. That went to the pitcher. They're going to try and throw him out. The tag is applied in time by, I believe, the shortstop there. And so fielder's choice will advance Brooks to first. 3-1 your score, one away. The left fielder, Diego Morales. His walk-up song is Dancing Queen by ABBA. That was a last-second pinch hitter of a song that he subbed in today. Just outside, 1-0. So Cook is done. He was taken out. Brooks advances to first, fielder's choice. Doty scored on the RBI double by Cook. Here's Morales, comes here by way of the Bay Area. Originally started at Skyline, then moved over to Bryant and Stratton. He's dealt with some injury issues during his career. He did hit a grand slam when he was with Bryant and Stratton. Called strike one. The count is 1-1. Des Moines down 3-1, one out, bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch, upstairs, 2-1. Again, this event being simulcast on Mixlr and YouTube. We have about 14 total of views, 7 of you on Mixlr, 7 of you on YouTube. Our first video stream, technically second now. Outside. 3-1 count. Morales on base percentage, fantastic this year, somewhere between 600 and 700 coming into this game. He's gotten on base various ways. Three and one out, runner on first. Des Moines down by 2, bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. And ball 4. Brooks will advance to second, Morales over to first. And that takes us to the number 8 batter for the Peak Prospects. The second baseman, Cole Hillman. Hillman making his first plate appearance of the day, did not play in the first game. Right-handed batter, a mound visit coming up here. After a fielder's choice and a walk, has your runners on first and second for Des Moines. And again, if you're watching the video stream, this is my personal YouTube channel. We had issues getting the video up on our team channel for some reason. Still don't know why, and hopefully get a word from YouTube on why that was at some point. But we're streaming on my personal YouTube channel, but should be good to get on our channel when we have our stream on Sunday. Our next 2 streams will be on Mixlr only since we're on the road. So here is Cole Hillman. Morales on first off the walk. On second is Brooks. Des Moines down 3-1, bottom of the second. Here at McBride Field, campus of Simpson College in Indianola. Kruger is on the mound, fires the pitch, and gets the call up in the zone, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Low, 2-1. Here's a 2-1 count. Des Moines down 2. Hillman, second baseman at the plate. Looks at an outside pitch. Now runner is stranded between the bases. That's between first and second. And he's probably going to be stranded there as well, as the runner on second is staying put. And that is Morales, who is tagged, getting stranded. Brooks stays put, 2 away. Hillman remains at the plate. 2-1 count. So Morales is picked off. We're still on the number 8 batter, Cole Hillman. Right-hander. Hillman from Pella by way of Hutchinson Community College. And he looks at, it was actually ball 4 there. So Jackson Brooks will remain on second. Morales was just picked off and Hillman walks. Third baseman, Blake Anderson. And it looks like we will have a pitching change here. Kruger's day is done after 1 2/3. Anderson will be due up at the mound. We'll take a break here on YouTube and Mixler, the Peak Prospects Network, your home for live coverage of the Des Moines Peak Prospects.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Let's be honest. The National Symphony may not be in his future, but he wanted to try violin. So you said yes because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more about keeping your kids safe in your vehicle at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Show him you love him. Keep him safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A stroll down the town square of downtown Indianola. Just a few blocks away from here, 25 minutes south of downtown Des Moines. New pitcher for Jefferson City. Peak Prospects have runners on first and second. And up at the plate, Blake Anderson wearing number 2 today instead of 35, and the count is 1-0. 2 outs, Des Moines down 3-1. Away, 2-0. So this is number 11, Eli Hill, who played offense in the last game. As you'll get a first-class view of the beautiful sunset here. 2-1 is the count. Attention, Eli Hill is pitching. It's Hillman on first, Brooks on second for Des Moines. Here's a swing and a foul, back heads up. That went up and over the press box. Count is 2-2, 2 away. Again, runners on first and second. Tying run is on first for Des Moines. Anderson, the number 9 batter, is at the plate. Swings, makes contact, foul ball, keeps the count as it is. Two and two. Swing and driven up high towards left field. It is down and heading toward the warning track. Brooks will score and he'll be followed by a jogging Hillman, and we're tied at 3. Brooks and Hillman score. Back to the plate, the center fielder, Carter Thomas. So a tied game, Blake Anderson, RBI double. A 2 RBI double, and teams have traded 3-run half innings. And the count starts out 0-1 on Thomas with a runner on second. This game tied at 3. 0-2 off the swing and a miss. This is the 7th plate appearance used here in the inning by Des Moines. And he lines this one past the third baseman and the shortstop. And rounding and going is Anderson. The throw gets away and he scores. And Des Moines takes a 4-3 lead. Anderson scores. Back to the plate, the shortstop, Cade Gravengood. So Thomas gets the RBI double. And Des Moines now 3 hits on the day. Gravengood struck out swinging his last time around. Again, Des Moines has 2 outs. And the first pitch swinging a fly ball to the right foul. And the count is 0-1, and that's why you don't park too close to here out in the parking lot, which is adjacent to this ballpark. Runner goes from second. They're going to try and throw out Thomas, and he's safe. Close call, but Thomas is now 90 feet away. He is unbelievably speedy. The freshman from Wayne State College in Nebraska. 1-1 count, 2 away. Gravengood at the plate, the 8th batter used here in the inning. Des Moines has tied this game at 3. Four to 3 your score, 2-1 the count. As Des Moines has taken its first lead. That one's away and a hitter's count here. Thomas is over there on third. Gravengood at the plate. So again, the go-ahead run scored by Blake Anderson off the RBI double by Thomas, and Des Moines has scored a flurry of runs with 2 outs on the board. 3-1 pitch, swung on, missed, dropped third strike, and picked up there by the catcher McHugh. He completes the play to Rogan, and that's going to end the inning. The strikeout there by Gravengood. He's thrown out, but Des Moines has taken a 4-3 lead, and we will head over to the top of the third. Peak Prospects up by 1.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking questions.
Like what?
Peak Prospects score 4 runs. They lead 4-3 going into the top of the third.
I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have
Fans,
best friends.
time is running out. Our concession stand is closing at the end of the 4th inning.
Discover the unsearchable.
Come and get yourself a game day favorite, which includes a $3 beer or seltzer, as well as popcorn and other offerings. Again, concession stand closing at the end of the 4th inning.
Imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this,
alcohol always sells,
and connect with this, we reconnect with each other. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Big Prospects take a 4-3 lead. And folks, just announced this over the loudspeaker, and you probably heard me because I didn't mute my mic, but we are selling beer and seltzers, selling alcoholic beverages here at McBride Field. So another reason to come and watch the Peak Prospects is they are welcomed to their new home here in Indianola. 4-3, Des Moines scored 4 in the inning, and the first pitch here from Will Johnson will hit the batter and send him over to first. That's Aiden Ballman. That was Aiden Ballman. Now Nate McHugh, the catcher, to the plate. Ballman hit by the pitch. Jeff City down 4-3, top of the third. McHugh from Aurora, Colorado. Playing at Iowa Western out in Council Bluffs. Lines the first pitch foul to the left, 0-1. Jeff City scored 3 to take a 3-0 lead. Top of the second, Des Moines responded with 4 of its own. Low and away, 1-1. McHugh waits. Low, 2-1. Again, Will Johnson, your starter, 2 complete innings so far. Swung on and fouled up and away. 2-2 the count. No outs, runner on first. That sun continues to lower its way towards left of center field. Fouled back. Takes a crash off the chain link fence. Behind home plate. Count stays 2-2 here for McHugh. Swung on and a high fly ball to right field. This should be a good catch. Their easy catch made it near the foul line on the play by the right fielder Jackson Brooks. So Nate McHugh is retired. That brings up the first baseman, Charlie Rogan. Bauman remains put on first. Des Moines up 4-3, 1 out against Jeff City. Top of the third, Charlie Rogan to the plate. There's a swing and a ground ball, hits the 5-6 gap and fumbled there by the shortstop. Graven good, and runners will be on first and second. We'll go with a hit or an error on that. It's going to be a hit, well hit ball. Could have been a tough throw even if it had been fielded there by Graven good. And so that brings up the third baseman, Justin Rivera. So Bauman on second, hit by a pitch. Rogan singles. Justin Rivera to the plate, 1 away. And JC down 4-3. Tying run on second, go-ahead run on first. A gorgeous evening here in Indianola as Rivera is hit by the pitch, goes to first. Rogan to second, and Bauman to third. And that brings up the left fielder, Cam Durnan. Bases loaded, 1 away. Durnan is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Number 7 batter on the lineup. Camden, he's a product of Wichita State. Des Moines up 4-3. Jeff City's got the bases loaded. Johnson misses low. And it's 1-0. That first game was a pitcher's duel. Jeff City winning 1-0. Low again, 2-0. Walk here would tie the game. And just 1 out on the board. Peak hoping for a double play at this point. Upstairs, 3-0. (3-1), caught the low right corner for a called strike 1. Chase Hayner is due up if Durnan can advance without a double play. Swings and pops it up at a foul territory, and no play there for the Peak Prospects, but it's now a full count, 1 away. Three and 2, 1 out. Bases loaded. Jefferson City down by 1. We await the payoff. From Johnson, here it is. Swing and a miss. Timely strikeout thrown there by Johnson. He has struck out Durnan twice. And to the plate, the designated hitter, Chase Hayner. Had an RBI double, a 2 RBI double to put Jeff City by what was a 2-0 score. And he looks called near the outside part of the zone, a 0-1 count. And again, the Renegades have the bases loaded. They're down 4-3. They've not scored a run here in the top of the third. Can the Peak Prospects retire them here? Here's the pitch. Hayner looks outside, 1-1. Hayner, Moberly Area Community College. He's a freshman from New London, Missouri. Swing and a tip, 1-2. Jeff City, coached by Mike D'Amelia. Des Moines by Tyler Willis. 1-2. The delivery. Low and a good stop there by Cook. Again, fun to have Noah Cook back on this team. Played towards the end of last season, his 5th season with the program. He's behind the dish. Johnson on the mound, bases loaded. Jefferson City down by 1. Here's the pitch to Hayner. He swings and he fouls it back to the fence. So deuce is wild. Jeff City down by 1, has out-hit Des Moines 5-3. Hayner, the number 8 batter, at the plate. The pitch. Got him looking. 2 strikeouts pitched in a row by Will Johnson, and he preserves the Peak Prospects lead. That'll take us to the bottom of the third. Your current score, Des Moines 4, Jefferson City 3.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
Some footage from around the area. That's the downtown Des Moines skyline that you saw just now. And the Peak Prospects leading 4-3. We go to the bottom of the third. They stranded the bases loaded for Jefferson City. Then due up for the Peak Prospects is the shortstop. Correction, the designated hitter, Bubba Thompson. So 3, 4, and 5 due up for Des Moines. They scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the second, bottom of the third heading your way. And Thompson looks at a first pitch, strike 1. Again, Eli Hill is the pitcher on the mound for the Renegades, unless they've made a sub that I don't know about. No, they have not. He's still there. And he gets a quick 0-2 count looking here against Thompson. Again, Hill goes to Eastern Illinois, or at least he did this spring, or will go there. Either way, freshman is his classification from Smithton, Illinois. Thompson with an 0-2 count, low and away, 1-2 on an off-speed pitch from Hill. McHugh is catching. Rogan, Williams, and Rivera for second and third. Gray is your shortstop. Durnan, Matchiner, and Bauman left to right in the outfield for the Renegades. The 1-2 swung on a pitch that dips down towards the zone. High fly ball center field. It's caught by Matchiner. So Matchiner makes the catch against Thompson, and for the second time today, we will see the first baseman, John Doty. Doty walked and scored back in the second. Big Prospects lead this one 4-3, 1 out. Scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the second. All 7 runs today between these two teams back in the second. Doty chops one foul to the left. It's 0-1. No runners on for Des Moines at the moment. Called strike 2, 0-2. Des Moines fell in the first game, 1-0 in 7. This one a 7-inning game as well. Breaking ball, missed the zone, missed the low away corner. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Doty, with Noah Cook warming up in the on-deck circle. Coach Willis for Des Moines over there at third base. Peak Prospects have the third base dugout. Here's a ground ball and saved there by Rivera. He turns, he throws to first, takes a skip, and the out is recorded on the catch by Rogan. What a throw there from third, and Doty is retired. And that brings up the catcher, number 34, Noah Cook. Again, Cook from Southern Illinois. And he's 1 for 1 today, has generated an RBI. He was trapped between the bases, between second and third. Right-handed batter up to the plate for the Peak Prospects. Looks slow and away, 1-0. And again, Eli Hill, the second pitcher used today, came in with 2 outs on the board back in the second. He is on the mound for Jeff City. Des Moines wearing its fade tops with white pants. Jeff City. Navy uniforms, white pants as well. Two outs, nobody on. Missed the zone for the ball. The count is 1-0. Maybe 1-1, not sure. It's high. And actually a 4-pitch walk, and Cook will go to first, and that will bring up the right fielder, Jackson Brooks. So not sure where I missed the count there, but Cook goes to first on the walk. That last pitch looked intentional. Here's Brooks, advanced to first on a fielder's choice and scored back in the second. Des Moines up 4-3, 2 outs, bottom of the third. And they did a lot of their damage in the last inning with 2 outs on the board. So let's see what Brooks can do here. He's off to a 1-0 count to start the at-bat. The sun has officially set here in Indianola. They're going to try and throw out Cook over at first. He is safe. And that's a 1-0 pitch to bring up ball 2 here against Brooks. Diego Morales is warming up in the on-deck circle. Turf infield installed here before the spring 2023 season. Outside, 3-0. About to have ball 8 here. Ball 4. And that's technically ball 8, as Harry Doyle would have said. If we get 4 consecutive balls here, I will make a Major League reference. I promise you, I will say it exactly as it is said in the movie. Diego Morales at the plate. Ah, there it is, strike 1, 0-1. So you got Cook on second, Brooks on first. That's 2 pitches towards the low inside corner. Quick 0-2 count, 2 outs, Des Moines up 4-3. Morales went to Cappuccino High School. He's from San Bruno, California. It's in the Bay Area. 0-2. Outside. Runners go. The throw to third is in time. And Cook is retired base running. Brooks will be left on second, and Morales at the plate. Peak Prospects fail to score a run in the bottom of the third, and we go to the top of the fourth. Your current score, Jeff City 3, Des Moines 4.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire.
Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Your score right now, 4-3, Peak Prospects lead. No team scored anything in the third inning. We go to the top of the fourth here in Indianola, 25 minutes south of downtown Des Moines. Peak Prospects playing their home opener, lost 1-0 in game one today, leading the second game 4-3. Will Johnson back to the mound. He got the Peak Prospects out of a bind. Jeff City had the bases loaded with one out. He pitched 2 consecutive strikeouts to put an end to the top of the third. So starting out, it will be the shortstop, Dane Gray, for the Renegades. I think I'm getting used to this PA while doing play-by-play type of thing. The number 9 is due up. Count starts out 1-0. Gray grounded out back in the second in his first appearance. Gray swings and he delivers a bouncing ball. The second baseman, the throw is in time to Doty. That's there from Cole Hillman, and that's one away. Center fielder Luke Matchiner. So Dane Gray with the ground out, a 4-3, well-played ball. Jeff City scored its only 3 runs in the second. Clips the outside down in the zone, 0-1 on the fastball there, pitched by Will Johnson, entering his 4th inning of plays at 3 1/3 now. And the count is 0-1. Low, 1-1. Tried for that corner again and missed. One delivery. Swung on a line right up the middle. Johnson got out of the way. And it goes into center field, and that is a base hit for Matchiner, his second of the day, maybe third. My scorecard is ambiguous on his first at-bat. The second baseman, Caden Williams. He's 0 for 2 today, 2 pop-outs. Well, maybe one could be called a fly-out, but since it went to the left fielder, but it wasn't that deep. Left-handed batter to the plate. Peak Prospects up 4-3. Jeff City batting here in the top of the fourth, one away. Runner on first, swing and a fly ball backwards for a foul. And the count is 0-1. So Gray started out this inning with a ground out. Matchiner following with a single. Here's a high shot towards center field, and coming up underneath it and making the catch, Carter Thomas, 2 away. That leaves Matchiner over there on first and brings up the right fielder, Aiden Bauman. Bauman today is 0 for 1. Got out in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third and left stranded there. Peak Prospects lead 4-3. Renegades are batting down by 1 here in the top of the inning, top of the fourth. A called strike 1, and the throw gets away as Matchiner was running to second. Throw got away there from the second base bag and went into the outfield. Matchiner will be held up there. And he steals second successfully, his second stolen base of the day. Bauman at the plate. That's strike 1, 0-1. 1-1 now the count. Chopped foul to the left. 1-2, 2 away. Renegades last year made the Mink League playoffs, won in the first round, fell in the second round at Joplin. Here's the 1-2. Just outside. Down, would have been down in the zone, but instead deuces wild and a runner on second. Jeff City down by 1. Big Prospects trying to put an end to a half inning for the second time in a row and third time today. Swing and a liner foul to the right. And the count remains 2-2. Great sound effects today from our star reliever and audio technician for McBride Field, Mike Bonner. Foul ball up and back, 2-2. Mike, how are you enjoying operating the press box at a rival stadium in the ARC? Thumbs up from Mike Bonner.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Delivery on its way.
Tries for the low inside corner and misses in a full count. So payoff pitch coming up here. Runner on second. Jeff City down by 1. Here's a swing and a fly ball towards left of center field, and Carter Thomas makes the catch. And that will strand a runner. And for the Renegades, 4 batters used. 1 hit. No runs. 4-3 your score. And coming up, we got the bottom of the 4th. Des Moines in the lead.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
You're not.
A look here at that Simpson Storm logo behind the dish here on this new turf infield. And back to the plate for the Des Moines Peak Prospects. Left fielder Diego Morales from the Bay Area. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Bottom of the 4th, pardon me. 4-3 Des Moines leads. Thank you for joining us today. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss by Morales. 1-1 is the count. Eli Hill back to the mound in relief of the starter Kruger. He's done pretty good today, too. Down in the zone called. 1-2 is your count. Well, folks, thank you again for putting up with our live streaming difficulties today. I hope the second one is looking okay. Morales shoots one, but not far enough on a line out to the second baseman, Williams. And Morales is retired. Second baseman, Cole Hillman. Hillman walked and scored back in the second. Des Moines up 4-3. Upstairs, and it's 1-0. And they may intentionally walk him here, it looks like. And Hillman from second base looks at a low pitch away. 2-0. Nobody on, 1 out. Des Moines up by 1. And again, if any of your friends are wondering where the live stream is, again, it's on my personal YouTube channel. We got the links on social media. Look up the posts for Game 2 on our Twitter and Facebook. Count as 2-1. I've also got the link for those of you who may be listening on Mixlr on the live chat. And hopefully we can get live videos starting on our next home game on Saturday. And hit by the pitch, Cole Hillman gets a freebie to first. So he's got an on-base percentage of 1,000 in 2 plate appearances today as he walked earlier, hit by a pitch now, and that brings up the third baseman, Blake Anderson. Anderson, left-handed batter. Hillman's on first. Anderson had a 2 RBI double. Looks at a high pitch inside at the shoulders, 1-0. Here's the pitch, high and away. Runner goes, trying to go to second, and Hillman is safe, going under the bag, or going under the glove, that is. And he's got a stolen base. This aggressive base running continues for the Peak Prospects. Hillman is safe. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul tip, 2-1 against Anderson. Anderson is the number 9 batter. From Urbandale, western suburb of Des Moines. Freshman by way of Johnson County Community College, 5'11", stares at a pitch clipping the inside, 2-2 count, 1 away. Des Moines up 4-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Low and in, full count. Payoff is chopped foul to the right. Count stays 3-2, 1 away. Payoff. Anderson checks his swing. Did he go? No, outside, ball 4. And so with that, we go back to the top of the order. The center fielder, Carter Thomas. He's 1 for 2 today. Had a double back in this second. Stole third, was left stranded there. That was his last plate appearance. He comes up to the plate and sends one flying high towards right, foul. So Anderson gets the first on the walk. Hillman is on second. He stole second, was hit by a pitch to get to the plate. Des Moines up 4-3, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2, a quick 0-2 count here against Thomas, who has been electric. He was electric on that road trip through Missouri. There was a doubleheader at one point where both times he was the number 1 batter, and both times he swung and got a base hit on the opening pitch. One of them was a single, the other was a triple. He also scored the runs. Fouls it away, keeps the count at 0-2, 1 out. Oh-2 swung on, delivered a fly ball shallow left of center, and it's actually in left field. The catch is made there by Durnan. 2 away. Leaves runners on first and second for the time being. Des Moines is down or up right now 4-3, and to the plate will be the shortstop, Cade Gravengood. After this pitching change. Call to the bullpen, initiated by the Renegades. They're down by 1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
for dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Call to the bullpen here for Jeff City. Looks like it is number 4 up there on the mound. Andrew Imgarten, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is Imgarten. Who is not in the lineup. He was in the lineup in the first game. So he's on the mound, the third pitcher used. Okay, Des Moines got runners on first and second. They're up 4-3, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. You should be all caught up. Graven Good, the shortstop, making his way to the plate. I'll give the quick PA announcement. Once again, the shortstop, Cade Graven Good. So here is Imgarten making his first appearance on the mound today. Don't know if he's pitched before, though. 0-1. I did not really have ready access to all the stats for Jeff City coming into this game. Imgarten draws up an 0-1 count against Graven Good, the number 2 batter. Your runners on first and second, Anderson and Hillman. Again, 2 outs. Swing, high fly ball, shallow center. And making the catch on a weird adjustment. That appears to be Nate McHugh. Or maybe it was Caden Williams. Either way, the inning is over and Des Moines doesn't score any runs. They haven't scored since the second, but they lead 4-3 as we get ready to go into the top of the fifth. 3 more innings to go. You're listening to Mink League Baseball, Peak Prospects Network.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Downtown Indianola, new courthouse. When I was here last summer, they were building it on the downtown square. Looks very nice, I must say. Top of the fifth, heading your way. New pitcher for the Peak Prospects. Will Johnson's day is done, giving up just 3 runs, and they were only in the second inning, so serviceable day for him. Fans, our concession stand is now officially closed. Is it? Okay. Nate McHugh to the plate. So Alex Barrett, who's been a position player most of the time, makes his second appearance on the mound, goes down below the zone 1-0. Jeff City down by 1. And we've officially started the top of the fifth. Swings and pops it up into the sky. Will go just beyond the infield. This appears to be the shortstop, Cade Gravengood, who comes up with it. 1 away. Correction, the second baseman coming up with that catch, wrong side of the field.
First baseman, Charlie Rogan.
So Barrett again, he is wearing jersey number 4. He is from Nyack. And he throws down and in, 1-0. Charlie Rogan today had a hit and a run in the second, a hit in the third, 2 for 2 today. And he's off to a 2-0 count here against Barrett. Barrett standing at 6'2". Our next broadcast begins at 6:50 p.m. live from Clarinda, Iowa, the house that built Ozzie Smith. Here's the 2-0, low 3-0, no runners on, and Jeff City down by 1 here in the top of the 5th in what's been a defensive battle ever since that high-scoring second inning. Ball 4. Rogan advances. And Justin Rivera to the plate. Third baseman. Let's give the announcement here. The third baseman, Justin Rivera. One away. Rogan on first. Jeff City down by 1. Rivera, swing and a miss. Missed the zone, 1-1. So again, Alex Barrett replacing Will Johnson, who threw 4 innings. Handful of strikeouts, got the Peak Prospects out of a bases loaded bind with 2 consecutive strikeouts. Count is 2-1. Outside. Hitters count here for Rivera with Rogan over there on first. Sunset a while ago, dusk up in the sky on this humid evening in Indianola. There's the 3-1 pitch. Payoff pitch coming up. Right-hander Rivera awaits. Barrett delivers. Swing, high fly ball, deep right field. Going back toward the fence. This one will take a hop off the grass. That is a hit, and Rogan goes to third. Rivera gets the one-out double.
Fans, your attention to the mound. New pitcher for the Peak Prospects. It's number 4, Alex Barrett. And to the plate, the left fielder, Cam Durnan.
Jeff City down by 1, but runners on second and third, just 1 out. Cam Durnan, the left fielder's 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. Starts out with a 1-0 count, low and away from Barrett. This is the number 7 batter. The number 8, Chase Hayner, is due up. Swing and a foul, 1-1. Again, Jefferson City scored 3 in the top of the second, Des Moines 4 in the bottom of that inning, and that's been it. And again, Mike Bonner on the sound effects. Plenty of broken glass based on the sound effects that Bonner's using. Hang on 1 second. High fly ball to left field. And it's lost, and it drops between the shortstop and the left fielder. Game is tied. Rogan goes home. The left fielder, Diego Morales, lost it. And the 8th hit of the day for St. Joe as Durnan is safe on first. As Jeff City, pardon me, confusing my Missouri cities. 0-1 count. St. Joe's not till later this year. The behemoth of the Mink League won the last 3 league titles. Low and away, runner goes from first. Durnan will slide safe at second. Okay, let's catch you up. So Rivera's on third, Durnan's on second. There's just one out, and Jeff City has tied this game on an RBI single from Durnan, scoring Rogan. Chase Hayner is at the plate. Hayner swings, bouncing ball to third. He's going to throw to first, and the tag is applied by Cook. Rivera's out. Durnan will advance to third. Hayner to first on the fielder's choice. 2 away. Game tied at 4.
Shortstop Dane Gray.
Game tied at 4. Bottom of the 5th. Top of the 5th, excuse me. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Again, Alex Barrett, the second pitcher used in this game, is on the mound. Came in to start this inning. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. 1-1 count here against Gray. Clips 1-2. 2 away. Game tied at 4. Top of the 5th. Again, runners at the corners here for Jeff City. It's Hayner on first, Durnan on third. 1-2 pitch. He caught the outside of the zone, and it's called for strike 3. So Barrett gets his first strikeout of the day, and the Peak Prospects give up a run. We are tied at 4 as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Peak Prospects Network.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Bubba Thompson at the plate for the Peak Prospects. Game tied at 4. Jeff City tied it. Back in the top of the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
There we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Thompson is 0 for 2 today with a pair of flyouts as he sends one high towards shallow right, and it is caught there by the second baseman, Williams. 1 away. First baseman, John Doty. Doty walked and scored back in the second. Des Moines been out hit 8-3 today. Had a 4-3 lead going into the 5th before Jeff City tied it up. Andrew Imgarten remains the pitcher. He's the third pitcher used today by Jeff City. 1 away, game tied at 4, top of the 5th. Imgarten kicks, fires, upstairs, 1-0. Correction, 2-0 here against Doty with Cook warming up. Catches the low inside corner, 2-1. Swing, and it's ripped past the shortstop into left field. And on the board, John Doty, base hit, first of the day. And the second time that he's reached first base. And that'll bring up the catcher, Noah Cook. Cook's got power in his swing. He has been taken out twice as a base runner, but he's gotten on base both at bats. RBI double back in the second, a walk in the third. So he's got a runner at first, game tied at 4, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth, Des Moines is batting. The Urbandale native Cook. Wore number 8 at the end of last season, is wearing number 34 now. He stares at a pitch above the elbows, 1-0. That's the fourth base hit of the day for Des Moines. Breaking ball away, 2-0. Both these teams made the Mink League playoffs last season. Here's a swing. It's ripped deep left field, and it lands and takes a hop off the fence as well. Runners will be at the corners for the Peak Prospects. It's just kidding, second and third. As Doty advances to third and Cook gets the double, and that brings up the right fielder, Jackson Brooks, with no outs. 1 out on the board, pardon me. So again, runners second and third. Game tied at 4. Here's the pitch. Inside from Imgarten. McHugh goes down to make the save. Right-hander Brooks. He has scored today. He's advanced both times, once on a fielder's choice and once on a walk. Foul ball. 1-1 is the count. It's the 8th windshield we've broken today, if you are to believe the sounds coming out of our PA system. 1-1. Off speed, called 1-2. It's Doty on third, Cook on second. Here's the 1-2. Brooks looks above his hands towards the inside, and a 2-2 count. With one away and the game tied at 4. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Ball 3. Full count. Strike would retire Brooks and bring up the second out. A ball would load the bases. Pitch. Missed it. Ball 4, and Brooks will advance and load the bases. 1 out. Left fielder, Diego Morales. So Brooks advances to load the bases. It's Brooks, Cook, and Doty. First, second, and third, one away. Game tied at 4, top of the fifth. Morales looks, gets the call, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low, 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Bases loaded, game tied at 4. Morales, power hitter at the plate, 2-1. And he is pelted, and the game is a 5-4 lead for Des Moines. Morales is hit. Des Moines has retaken the lead. Doty will score. Cook to third. Brooks to second. Morales to first. 1 away. Doty scores. Second baseman Cole Hillman at the plate. Five to 4. Hillman nearly got hit by that one. He leaned out of the way. 1-0. Hillman, the penultimate batter in the lineup. And again, Des Moines up 5-4, just one out, bases still loaded, and a conversation here between the catcher McHugh and the pitcher Imgarten. They started out with a pop-up to the second baseman, but since then a single by Doty, a double by Cook, a walk by Brooks, hit by pitch with Morales at the plate. Now a 1-0 count here against Hillman with the number 9 batter Anderson, who's got a double and a walk today, about to head up to the plate. And after stalling over the last 12 innings, this Des Moines offense has picked back up. Just above the zone, 2-0. Imgarten kicks, fires. Down in the zone, swung on, and it's sent to center field on a drive. Cook will score. The throw to home is not in time, as Brooks will score as well. Des Moines has extended the lead to 7-4. Morales to second, Hillman to first, RBI single. Third baseman Blake Anderson. So 7-4 your score. Softly hit ground ball to the second baseman. He throws to short. The throw to first is in time, and a timely double play, but not before Des Moines scores 3 runs, takes a 7-4 lead. Going into our final 2 innings here on the Peak Prospects Network. Mike wants me to pick a song for the PA system. Rickroll, everybody, Mike. You got this. Play Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Meanwhile, we will go to a break and hear from our sponsor coming out of it in just a moment.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow. You sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Today's game is brought to you by Longnecker Financial Services, an independent investment management firm located in Des Moines offering comprehensive financial services. Joe has been serving individuals and families for over 20 years and would like the opportunity to earn your business. Call us today, 515-309-4431. Thank you, and enjoy the game. If you're interested in purchasing a sponsorship, visit dmpeakprospects.com and click on the sponsorship tab on the top right of your screen. And a thank you to those who have already partnered with us this year to support your local Summer League team. Peak Prospects tack on 3 runs. Matchiner, Williams, and Bauman do up.
Center fielder Luke Matchner.
Count will draw up 1-0 here. Alex Barrett back to the mound. Collected a looking strikeout to end the top of the 5th and strand runners with bases loaded. Or actually runners at the corners, that was. 1-1. And yes, we did successfully rickroll. Well, Mike successfully rickrolled the audience and then played the Home Depot theme afterwards. We're missing just one more, and it's the Whopper song. You have to do it. Caught the low inside corner, 1-2. Barrett has Matchiner with a 1-2 count. Des Moines leads 7-4. We're in the top of the 6th. Jeff City with 6 more outs to work with. Barrett kicks, fires, outside, 2-2. Good job there by Cook behind the dish, making his debut, his 5th-year debut, if you will. Let me update the scoreboard here really quickly. I still have it in the bottom of the 5th. Full count. Swung on, fouled away. No outs, base is empty. I think we just broke all the windows on a bus. think they broke the window in a Cybertruck. 3-2, it's popped up and fouled away. It keeps the count at 3-2. Here we go again. Payoff, no outs. Here it is. Swing, lifted up, shallow right of center field. And it's the right fielder running in to make the catch. That's Jackson Brooks. Retiring Matchiner.
Second baseman, Caden Williams.
Aiden Bauman is next. And he looks, he leans back into an 0-1 count. Again, Barrett has pitched 1 1/3 so far with 1 strikeout. Here's a swing, high fly ball, center field, not deep enough though, and that's Carter Thomas, makes the catch. 2 away.
Right fielder Aiden Bauman.
Coming up to the plate. Two outs, Des Moines up 7-4. We're in the top of the 6th. Base is empty for Jeff City. Clips the outside on the call, 0-1. Close call, but Bauman down on the count right now. Low, 1-1. Jeff City out hitting Des Moines 8-6. They were out hitting Des Moines 8-3 going into the bottom of the previous inning. Here's the pitch from Barrett. Finds the low corner away, 1-2, and one more strike needed to send Jeff City into a 3-out situation and put Des Moines Bats at the plate. They have outscored Jeff City 7-1 since that 3-0 lead after the top of the second. Swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down, and that takes us to the bottom of the 6th. Des Moines up 7-4.
Let's be honest. The National Symphony may not be in his future, but he wanted to try violin. So you said yes because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more about keeping your kids safe in your vehicle at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Show him you love him. Keep him safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
7-4. Mike Bonner did play Whopper in the stadium. My day is complete, and I don't need anything else to make me happy for the rest of this evening. Bottom of the 6th, 7-4. Des Moines leading Jefferson City. And the Peak Prospects took a 7-4 lead with 3 runs in the bottom of the previous inning. The game was tied at 4 after Jeff City had scored 1. The only runs we've seen scored today have been in the 2nd and the 5th. Both teams have scored in those innings. Center fielder, Carter Thomas. Kevin Sanchez will pitch. 4th pitcher used today by the Renegades. Kruger was the starter, Hill relieved, Imgarten relieved, and then Sanchez to the plate. Wearing number 2, he's from Bloomfield College. Last year, the Peak Prospects had Sammy Cruz from Bloomfield College, so some of you may be familiar with that school. Teaneck, New Jersey is his hometown. And here's a blooper that's delivered to right of, make that left of center field by Thomas, and he'll stop trotting after he reaches first base with his 2nd hit of this game. So Peak Prospects up 7-4. They'll bring up to the plate the shortstop, Cade Gravengood. Runner on first for Des Moines. 7-4 the lead, no outs, bottom of the sixth and penultimate inning. Upstairs, ball one. Thomas takes off. The throw is high, and he's safe. It was caught there by the bag, but high enough that Thomas had plenty of time to dive. And he's got a stolen base for the second time today. 1-0 count here against Graven Good with Thompson warming up. Swung on and grounded up the middle, and it will get past the second baseman. And rounding from third, Carter Thomas will score this game as blown open. 8-4 is the lead for the Peak Prospects. How about Cade Graven Good with a single and an RBI to boot? Designated hitter, Bubba Thompson. He's 0 for 3 today. See what he can do here with a runner on first, and Des Moines having taken now an 8-4 lead in the bottom of the sixth with nobody out. First pitch is a looking strike one. Runner goes, and this one is popped up foul. He'll have to go back to first. That's Graven Good. You can see the humidity, even on our YouTube live stream, you can see the humidity in the outfield. The lights are reflecting off of the humid air out here in south central Iowa. Mike Bonner disagrees with my analysis. 1-2 is the count. Graven Good on first.
Which movie is that?
That runner goes again. Graven Good trying to steal. The throw is off a one hop. The tag not applied in time. Close call. Graven Good steals second. 2 stolen bases here in this inning. Des Moines once again is a runner in scoring position. Bubba Thompson is done as well. Thompson struck out first baseman John Doty. Doty's reached twice. He's 1 for 2, and he's scored a pair of runs as well. He's got a runner on second. Swings and misses 0-1. Again, Des Moines leading 8-4. Now tied. They've had the last 5 hits in this game. They've tied Jeff City in that category at 8 apiece. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Des Moines already tacked down a run here in this inning after scoring 3 in the previous. Low and in, 1-1 is the count here against Doty. Des Moines started its season with a gauntlet. Played what was supposed to be 7 games in 5 days, ended up having to postpone the final one after 4 innings. Kind of a blessing in disguise with a 5-hour bus trip home. Here's the 1-1. But the issue is that they'll have to resume that game with a 5-0 Joplin lead. The good news is it's going to be here. 2-1 the count. 1 away. And for the Peak Prospects, a runner on second. It's Graven Good. Doty at the plate, 1 out. Des Moines has taken an 8-4 lead here in Indianola. Swing and a foul tip back on a pitch up in the zone. And it is now 2-2 here against Doty with Cook warming up. Swing, driven to center, and the diving catch is made. What a play. The center fielder, Matchiner, comes up with the liner to center field. 2 away. Des Moines has scored 1 so far here in this inning. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And to the plate for the Peak Prospects, the catcher, Noah Cook. 2 outs. Here we go. Des Moines by 4. This is the number 5 batter, Cook, up at the plate. And again, the number 4 pitcher, Sanchez. That's Kevin Sanchez. He delivers a strike down in the zone, 0-1. 5th batter faced by Sanchez here in his appearance, which has spanned 2/3 of an inning so far. Upstairs, 1-1. Pitch swung on, driven to center field, and that will go into the glove of the center fielders, Matchiner, who makes a couple of fantastic catches there. And that'll do it for the 6th, and that takes us to the top of the 7th. Jeff City's got to find a way to score 4 to keep this game alive. If they don't, the game is over in the middle of the 7th. Top of the 7th is next. Your current score, Des Moines Peak Prospects 8, Jefferson City Renegades 4.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Attention to the mound. Now pitching for the Des Moines Peak Prospects. Number 1, Weston Barber. Well, Barber pitched a 7-inning complete game against Nevada in a 3-2 win in Game 1 of the doubleheader. He has scored, the Peak Prospects, I should say, have scored 4 of the last 5 runs, and the last 4 runs between these two teams, 4 unanswered. Jeff City's got to find a way to hang on and score 4 runs, tie this game. All right, so for Jeff City, looks like barring any pinch hitters, 4, 5, and 6 should be due up. Jeff City took a 3-0 lead, top of the 2nd. Des Moines said absolutely not and scored 4 of its own in the bottom of the 2nd. Jeff City tied it with 1 run in the 5th. Peak Prospects said absolutely not, took a 7-4 lead, made it 8-4 in the bottom of the 6th. And unless Jeff City can at least tie this one, this game will be over, and the Peak Prospects would look to improve to 5-3 on the year. Stay tuned. Peak Postgame Show coming your way here on YouTube and Mixlr. Again, appreciate your patience with us as we navigate the technical difficulties in our first stream, some in our second stream as well, much less so, hopefully and thankfully. And those of you tuned in on Mixlr. We'll be back on the road. We'll have a Mixlr stream. Clarinda should be providing its own broadcast from Clarinda Municipal Stadium beneath the zone, and it's now a 2-0 count here on Nate McHugh. So Barber comes in to close this one out. He's from Southwest Iowa Community College. And a swing and a miss, 2-1. Barber was recruited to Swick by Blake Peterson, who is the assistant coach with the Peak one of the assistant coaches with the Peak Prospects last year. He's now an assistant over at Earlham in Indiana. 3-1 is the count. That pitch low and away and off the glove of the catcher, Cook. So Clarinda at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Barber stands at 5'8", by the way. Swing, contact, foul ball, 3-2. And then on Friday, a doubleheader beginning at 5 p.m., returning the favor, making a trip down to play against these Renegades at Vivian Field. Also live on Mixlr. We'll have simulcast Mixlr and YouTube against the Merchants on Saturday. Ground ball to second, and the throw is in time there to Doty, 1 away. Nate McHugh retired to the plate. Pinch hitter. It's number 33. No, correction, not a pinch hitter. Number 33, Charlie Rogan. I had the wrong number on my scorecard. Count is 0-1. Rogan chops it back foul, 0-2. Base is empty. Jeff City down 8-4. Line score, the hits are tied 8-8. Swing and a miss, and Barber gets his first strikeout of the day. Justin Rivera to the plate, last chance here for the Renegades.
Third baseman Justin Rivera. Fans, make some noise. One more out needed.
Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled to the side, 0-1. Oh, 1. Swung on, fouled up into the side, 0-2. Oh, 2. Swung on and foul off a tip and a chop forward. So 0-2, 2 outs, bases empty. Jeff City down by 4. I don't know if the Mink League's ever going to let Mike Bonner back into a press box again. 1-2. One and two, bases empty. One more strike needed. That's a bouncing ball heading over to the shortstop. Oh, and it's dropped at first by Gravengood, and he will opt not to throw it. So an E6 to advance Rivera. He goes to first. Jeff City down 8-4. 2 outs. Runner on first for the Renegades. And to the plate,
the left fielder, Cam Durnan.
Here's a swing and a line drive to left. And rounding second, Rivera will head all the way over to third. So we got a runner on second and third. Durnan with the 2-out double.
Designated hitter Chase Hayner.
He's been on base twice. Jeff City down 8-4. The runner's on second and third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's high, 1-0. Dane Gray would be the tying run if he comes up to the plate here in the top of the 7th. Swing, this one's popped up. This will go just outside the infield. It's actually a high fly ball, right of center field. Carter Thomas makes the catch and takes a celebratory dive forward as the Peak Prospects snap the 2-game losing streak and end the night with a statement 8-4 win. Jeff City drops to 2-6. Peak Prospects improve to 5-3. And that's the game. The Des Moines Peak Prospects win 8-4 and improve to 5-3. Fans, thank you so much for attending tonight's game, our home opener at McBride Field. The Peak Prospects will be on the road at Clarinda at 7 p.m. on Wednesday and Jefferson City on Friday at 5 and 7 p.m. and then will return home this Saturday for a single game against the Carroll Merchants at 5 p.m. Thank you for attending tonight's game, and drive home safely. And that'll do it for my third time ever doing, well, fourth time if you include a doubleheader doing PA. I'll leave how that went up to you guys, but Peak Prospects win 8-4. We go to a break as Sweet Caroline plays here in the stadium. We will take a break. Peak postgame show is next.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks?
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feeding.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Your final score from McBride Field, campus of Simpson College, Des Moines Peak Prospects winning game 2, 8-4. They split the twin bill against the Jefferson City Renegades for a cross-divisional game, and that takes us to our game against Clarinda on Wednesday. That is a big divisional game, first time that Peak will be playing against Clarinda this year. But again, good performance there by Des Moines in the second game. Spencer Bone with you here, Peak Postgame Show heading your way. We're about to have Coach Willis as well as Noah Cook join us. Let's get you over to the live feed. And Noah Cook, you are officially on the air. I want to lead off by saying welcome back to the Peak Prospects. If I'm not mistaken, this is your 5th year?
Something like that. I'm an old man.
Old man? Not that old. But anyways, how's it feel being back?
Good. You know, it's nice to get some ABs finally and be back with the boys. I mean, a couple of these guys I played with previously just throughout Peak or, you know, U-Trip, whatever. But, yeah, it felt good to be back with the boys back at home.
And picked up right where you left off at the plate as well.
Yeah, no, it felt good. I've been working on some swing changes and trying to implement them into the game and was getting some good pitches to hit and just felt good up there.
Well, thanks for joining us, Noah. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
He was with us last year, my first year with the Peak Prospects, and with them several years before then as well. That's Noah Cook. Coach Willis will be joining us here in just a moment. Again, glad you're with us. This was a fun doubleheader, 1-0 in favor of Jefferson City in Game 1 in a pitcher's duel, and then 4-3 in Game 2. Coach Willis joins us. You're live on YouTube. How are you feeling after that game?
Yeah, Game 2, obviously feeling a lot better than what kind of happened Game 1. But, you know, I
remember talking to the guys, it's always better to win. If you're going to win one of the two, it's always best to win on a high note going out from game 2. So, yeah, not our best performance, offensively, game 1. But, again, that's going to happen from time to time. It's about how we respond, and I'm pleased with how we responded for game 2.
Big game coming up against Clarinda on the road on Wednesday at the house that built Ozzie Smith. How you feeling going into that one?
Yeah, going to be a good matchup like you alluded to. We're looking forward to, kind of having a day off tomorrow, letting the guys get swings when they need to, but coming back at it. We should have a good pitching plan moving forward, and hopefully we can bring the bats like we did there in game 2.
Speaking of pitching, 2 new pitchers, 2 new starters tonight who just joined the team. Your thoughts on their performances?
Yeah, both did very well. Jake Porter, game 1. Will Johnson, game 2, both commanded the zone very well with multiple pitches, kept people off balance, threw a lot of strikes. So again, that's kind of what I at least look for, in a start. And for both of them having that been their first start, that's pretty good for sure.
Alrighty, Coach. Thank you again, as always, for joining us. Enjoy the day off tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Des Moines wins the second part of the doubleheader, splits the doubleheader with Jeff City, losing 1-0, winning 8-4. We will have a full recap of this game available at dmpeakprospects.com. Enjoy the Tuesday off tomorrow, folks. We'll be back with you live 6:50 p.m. for the Peak pregame show on the Peak Prospects Network. One last shout-out to Longnecker Financial Services, our Grand Slam sponsor for tonight. Longnecker Financial Services, an independent investment management firm located in Des Moines, offering comprehensive financial services. Joe has been serving individuals and families for over 20 years, would like the opportunity to earn your business. Call us today, 515-309-4431. And I would say thank you and enjoy the game, but the game is over. Enjoy Wednesday's game, though. That'll about do it here from McBride Field on the campus of Simpson College in Indianola. The home opener is done. Des Moines improves to 5-3. Jefferson City drops to 2-6. And this has been a live presentation of Mink League Baseball on the Peak Prospects Network. We will see you on Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody.
Let's be honest. The National Symphony may not be in his future, but he wanted to try violin. So you said yes because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more about keeping your kids safe in your vehicle at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Show him you love him. Keep him safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure.